Hello, this is Vulturefire, and this run is going to be a fairly doomed run. I know the last one we did was absolutely a doomed run because of bugs. This one will hopefully be a doomed run more for the monsters than for us. So, of course, that means that we are going to be playing Doom cards. Take that. I don't really like Spiky Warbot. We don't want to risk Reflect killing enemies that we're trying to kill with Doom. Take Rest, we'll take Max Rest. We'll take Max Shield. So we are probably going to build for Inna here, because I want access to Tweak. And this is going to be... I need a name for it. We'll figure that out as we go. So obviously, one of our key cards here is Entreat Calamity, which is we apply 8 Arcane to any enemy if the enemy has Doom, and then if the enemy doesn't have Doom, we give the enemy Doom 8 instead. I don't know if we want 2 of these. Kind of by the nature of them, you don't necessarily need to. Obviously, Tweak is... we're in a deck because we want Tweak. Entreat Calamity. So Entreat Calamity is kind of our key card. So if you're not familiar with Doom, Doom is the buff that usually you see it because monsters apply it to you. It is a buff and not a debuff. What this means is that if you dispel an enemy, perhaps with an Arcane Detonation, they will lose a rank of Doom. And when something runs out of ranks of Doom, it takes 50 fixed damage. So basically you are priming a bunch of damage to go off later. What this does mean though is that giving less Doom is better because Doom damage goes off when the Doom runs out. So giving 8 Doom means that you need a combination of 8 turns in Arcane Detonations for that Doom to come due. Entreat Calamity, when upgraded, gives only 6 Doom and applies 12 Arcane, which is obviously much better. I do think that we may want to, because once upgraded, it's a lot better. But I'm not totally certain about that I want that. I think we definitely want Deft Focuses, because I just like that card a lot. I think we definitely want at least 1 Mana Shield, maybe 2. Mana Shields are pretty good when upgraded, which makes it good with Tweak. We definitely want at least 1 Focus. And like Resolute Focus is a decent final piece here, I think. We're gonna have a lot of those things. All right, so I really like Heavy Stand. I know some of the other beta testers are really fans of using Reinforced Shield, but I like the tough off of Heavy Stand. I know it's expensive, but I'm willing to pay it. You can run the Frozen Hide instead as your tough source, but I really like Heavy Stand. Obviously, we need Hobble. I was trying to figure out why this was showing up, and then I realized it's because it's called Tweak. And then we need Meditate, which is both going to be a way to get growth set up, which will help us generate mana in the longer term for these fights, which are probably going to go pretty long. And also gives us Adept, which will help with our detonations. And then I'm also thinking we probably want Occult Ritual, because that is going to be a way to get a lot of Arcane Detonations off, which is going to be very important for us. So from this side of things, we're going to want more Doom. I don't think we're going to want more Entreat Calamities, but we'll take Calamity Armors and Dooms. So this only gives Doom 2, which obviously makes it a lot faster to proc. The downside of it is that it gives the enemy 20 shield, so that negates some of the damage that you would get from the Doom. Doom itself has changed. It used to transform into another card. Now, it can repeatedly apply Doom. If an enemy has Doom, you dispel the enemy 1. Otherwise, it gives the enemy Doom 5. So, for our other cards, I think we want Gather Equipment. I don't think we want. I think we want Increasing Mana. I think we want Mana Eruption, because they're just pretty good for slower decks. Obviously, like this card, I don't need to explain why summoning Dragon Friends is the best thing you could be doing in any deck for any reason. Just regardless of what your deck is, like obviously that's amazing, and I don't need to defend that choice. Obviously, you all are on the same page as me for this. Arcane Silence is good. Sanctity is good. Dispel or Cleansing is still just valuable against enemies in later areas, and it is obviously a whole lot easier to not die if you have if you're playing a long fight like we are playing to, we need access to Cleanse. So we have space for a few more cards. We could take Peace of Mind. That's not bad. The Wits is useful for Inna, and then the Purity is nice. We probably want just like one of the good shield cards, probably. Elemental Barrier is pretty great. Charged Shield is also okay. I think we probably want... Frenzied Rage isn't that useful because it tips trips on both us and, or we don't want to be taking extra turns necessarily, because that doesn't really, we would rather be doing freezing things. Because if we take an extra turn, that doesn't do anything to help the down tick on the enemies, which is, you know, the concern. And then for the last card, we could just run the classic favorite of Descent into Madness, which will draw one and apply. The problem is Descent into Madness needs an upgrade, and we have a lot of other cards in our starting deck that we want to upgrade. Arcane Spellbomb I want to try here. That could be very good. Okay, so Brilliant Idea is great. Cultivate's good because we're playing longer fights. Mind Seed is good. I don't think we need Endure. I don't think we're... I'm not the hugest fan of that one. Last Resort could be okay. I still don't like Mana Blossom. You can't make me take it. Precarious Draught. Predator's Focus. The Arcane Detonation should hopefully trip that. Surprise Attack. I don't think so. It's not the worst, but I don't think it's exactly where we're going. I could see going for the poison thing. Toxic Cloud. For the... This is okay for Inna, usually. But it doesn't particularly match what we're doing. I think we probably will have enough of our mana cards. I like Mind Over Body. We are going to have the wits to support it. I do like Mental Growth now because we're a slow deck. I do like Contemplate. Frozen Rift is okay. Although I don't think we have enough. We're going to have enough frost to support it. Power Surge is nice. Regrowth is nice. They're just nice cards. Brainstorm's always good. Cleansing Shield's always good. Sanctuary's always good. Mind Shield's okay, generally, because it will just draw back the card that you play. I'm trying to think what else we might want. Oh, we want Hex and Witching Blast. Because those are ways to get more Arcane Weakness out, which will help us proc more detonations, and proc more detonations is how we get closer to Doom going off. With that in mind, I don't hate having Aether Blast potentially. We'll upgrade it with the tweaks and it'll be fine. All right, we'll see how this goes. This is a Doomed Endeavor. Obviously, we need the Doom Skull. Obviously, we need that art, that sweet art. And we are going to hope that this is a new patch. We are now on, I think, 116116. 6115 was the patch that I recorded the last video on that was bugged and we couldn't complete the run. And we couldn't do Battered Ramparts at all, but there was a rebalancing of Battered Ramparts. It should be easier because it turns out that one day wants Battered Ramparts to be on the same difficulty as Mushroom Forest, more or less, and it really wasn't. Paladin's Armor is fine, but it's really hard to pass up a card draw trinket. You just really, really benefit a lot from having one. Yeah, 6116 is the version. Okay. Let's see how this fight goes now, because I'm really curious. Because that is one of the fights that I said was way over the line. Okay, this is now draw 2 of these last cards in your hand, gain 5 mana if you have no mana, gain 12 shield if you have no shield. That's interesting. I could see that being good. That seems fun. This is interesting. I want to test it and see if it works. This doesn't actually do anything for us. Neither of these are super great for us. Okay, so there are now only 3 Bentas in these fights instead of 4 because one day decided to have Mercy. So we'll see how these fights go. We don't really want any of the Benta cards, but... can save that for the moment. Alright, so we're still going to be bleeding every turn. It's very annoying. I think we want to do this, although it is kind of expensive in terms of health. I want to play that, but I think that it is more important to Doom and freeze. So now these guys are never going to die to Doom, though. Nice thing is we now have a safe turn where we are not dealing with nonsense. So this is going to not quite trip 2 detonations. It's also not going to quite trip 2 detonations. But yeah, you have still 2 more turns until. So we really need to find our heavy stand, but I believe it is guaranteed to be here. Yeah. I think we do that, even though it costs us some health. Love to see that. I think it's worth doing this because if we can find a shield, that'd be nice. That's also fine. And that's also fine. And sure, we can take a little bit of damage. Hey, you died. Not to the doom, as promised. Shield! These guys, though, are, of course, like the most fragile things by far that we can fight, so. Alright, so this is what I meant, we're like, we upgrade that and now we get 18 shield and it's great. Alright, we might actually have something die to a Doom proc. No, it's not, because it's going to die to Reflect. There shall be no deaths to Doom procs today. Alright, but you jerks are dead now. We love to see a brilliant idea. We will probably need another wit source at some point, but... Okay, so this guy's now down to only 60 health. It lost all the... You start with like 30 shield as well, which is kind of crazy. And that doesn't happen anymore. Boom. So you can find wits. We cannot. This guy, though. So the problem is because we don't have the upgraded ones, this guy gets so much more. I think we have to upgrade that, even though I really want to upgrade that thing. Maybe we'll go ahead and trip a detonation on you, though. Because, yeah, it's just not worth it on the back ones. Shields are nice. Hobbles are nice. More shields are nice. And we can trip another detonation. Now we have 4 bleed. So yeah, this is still a very, very bleed happy fight, but the overall damage is relatively low, so that kind of makes up for it. Let's detonate you. You may die to Doom. Let's get rid of that so that now we get 1 fewer bleed at least, and that was going to be the double bleed. So now we're only going to have bleed 2 instead of... Oh, just kidding. That one's going to die to Reflect. We're not going to have bleed at all. Let's see. Or we are going to have bleed. We're only going to have bleed 1. Words. Okay, we can get some shield. Look at that! We killed something with Doom. It was a close run thing. What we got there? Okay, Sanctuary is very good. We really want to have a Sanctuary. Alright. So I believe what I said about this fight was that if this guy was going to exist and be a triple status, it needed to be fragile. It looks like that is now the case, at least to some extent. It's not super fragile, but it is more fragile. And that is something. I think we want to pitch everything else and really look for, yeah, this, upgrade that, because we're going to have to immediately do this to get all of this, all of the pieces out. Put Doom on you, so now even once we get frozen, we at least now have a guarantee that this guy is going to go away eventually. Even if it takes a bit. So we can heal, which is probably worth it. Oh no, we want to do this, because that'll detonate off those runes. I'm used to playing on... with a character, I'm used to playing on my new save where I don't have any access to Arcane really. Like, I did get infused back because of one of the patches that happened, but most new players won't. I'm probably going to need to start that save again to see what it's like if you don't have that ability. Okay, we are getting close to being able to doom this thing. As usual, it's a little bit of a race between winning via arcane detonation damage and winning via doom, but the doom wins out. And now we are safe from having a really, really bad day. Should have tried to get doom set up on this guy if we could find a chance, but I really think that it was more important that we do the other stuff. Not because it is easy, but because it is hard. Or something. Can you tell that I'm just kind of rambling? You can kind of tell when I record these videos later in the day, and I am not in my most mentally present, I would say. I think we want to duplicate this so that we can get some detonations out. The funny thing here is like the doom proc. Okay, no, because of that, because it breaks its shield, the doom proc would be lethal. Although, at this point, I think that yeah, the race is won by arcane detonation this time. That's gonna be the case for most of the early fights. We would like to find a calamity armor. I don't think we want that card because we're just never hitting anything. Predator's focus is fine. I want to get the Aether Blast up, although we do have to upgrade it. This helps a lot. And then I don't think we have anything we really want to get rid of yet. Obviously we need kind of a wet source. Neither of these cards does anything for us. But our card pool has cards that do things for us, so, you know, there's that. It's kind of the point, one might say. Is it worth dooming here? I think so. So yeah, we have now 90 doom that we have to deal with, or 180 health. So this one almost certainly will eat a doom proc, which may or may not end up being lethal. So we get a lot of mana. We get to hobble. And we get to meditate, which makes next turn pretty good for us. We get 5 additional mana. The other nice thing about arcane detonating this particular jerk is that we can slowly work through those powerful stacks, which makes life easier for us in that way. Pitch all of those. See if we can find the tweak. We cannot. Well, not yet. Might be there. It was not. But we do get. Looks like we are going to get this doom proc off this turn. It's just not going to be enough to get the kill. Yeah. Boom. 1 doom. So the real question we're trying to figure out here, on a less meme tier basis, are we better off running these Entreat Calamities than we would be? And we may only need 1. It's possible that running 2 is not necessary. But would we be better off if we had just decided to run, you know, more support for our other strategies? You know, are we getting enough out of those? I think that right now they've done enough arcane, especially because we're upgrading with the tweaks, that they're not too bad. Like obviously here, when it doesn't get an arcane detonation, it doesn't feel amazing, but we can get arcane detonations often enough, and then we did get the doom kill again. So, you know, if we had the bosses killed by doom, okay, so you understand why this card, like you have to take it. It's non-optional. Like, I don't need to understand. I don't need to explain the strategic reasons why that is the most important card to not just this build, but in fact all builds in the entire game for all characters right now. Like that's just self-explanatory. I don't need to say anything more. I weak to everything. Give ambushed. We are going to get shocked here, but no, we're not, because this got nerfed so that we don't get double shock hit. Okay, so this is another one where no! This is a tragedy. Well, we will avenge you. You will be remembered, probably. I mean, kind of. You didn't have a name. We didn't name them. It's best not to name them. You don't want to get too attached. You can get doomed. You can get Arcane detonated. These guys are now fairly fragile too, which is nice. Yeah, because these guys I want to say used to have 45 and now they're down to like 30 base. Just substantially more manageable. Pop you. Pop you again. And the second pop was worth extra value. Oh right, that's just going to set up Doom because we didn't have Doom on that one yet. Well, we can put more shield on things, it's fine. Rude. Okay. I think we're going to save that until we need the wits to pay off other stuff. I don't understand how turrets are evading me. That just doesn't make sense. How? Explain to me. Explain to me how these things can evade. I think we pitch all of these and look for upgrades. Thank you. I think we upgrade that. Haha. Reinforcements. You. I think we're probably about to lose another one. Yeah. But we got revenge. It's too late to save another round of friends, but you know, gone but not forgotten. To be clear, they're not replaced. Each Drake has a unique spot in my heart. Let's upgrade that. I think we just copy this a couple times and see if we can get this Doom off, because that actually will possibly end up helping. Boom. Yeah, saves a bit of time. I don't think we actually want this. It is normally fine, but it's even fine here. But I don't think that's quite what we're looking for. I think we want the Contemplate. Better rearrange our hand. I think we do need to find more mana at some point. What are we fighting? Those jerks. That doesn't matter. This could matter. I'm less of a fan of Aura Protection recently than I used to be, but it's still solid. Okay, we get the free we get to upgrade a common. Have to upgrade that because it's just so much better. We have a lot of priority upgrades. It's kind of an issue. I would take a shield wall, although we kind of need mana, and the shield wall is the opposite of taking mana in some ways. I suppose they don't start with quite as much less than I thought they did. They start with maybe they start with more. Whatever. They hit a lot less hard, so that's very relevant. Let's see. How do we do things? I think we want to keep that. Then we're going to pitch those three, and we're going to look for upgrades. Not really what we were looking for. So meditate will mean that we get mana out of that, which is important. I think we just do this and then that. Okay, so we did get out a detonation on the front one, which means that we're not just going to get shocked. Oh no, we are, just barely. Which is, but this one no longer swaps to doing a bunch of damage on the second turn. Because normally it would shield up and then it would immediately attack us for like 20 damage, which on this shock would mean that we take like, I think the base damage was like 12x4. If you don't have any, and even through like tough, it's a lot of damage. But they no longer do that, which is very nice for us. I think you are the one that most needs that. We can get enough shield here that we won't be too badly disadvantaged. We were just hoping. I think this is probably an AoE attack when this comes out, and it's going to be very mean. Okay, no, it's not going to. It's nowhere near as cruel as it used to be. Alright, let's do this. Get a mana. And we're going to copy the mana. Although, if we're going to do that... Oh, right. You've already... It's fine. We just have so many things that we need to upgrade, and we do not have the wits to support that thing yet. Pop. Then we're going to do that. Rude. So get out of this. Put Doom on you for value. Put Vulnerable on you so that when we occult ritual you, you take massive damage. Pop, pop, pop. Then we're going to tweak this. Oh, hey. So that is going to get rid of those jerks. We have exactly enough to pop that guy out of existence. And then this guy's going to hit us for like... Oh no, because we have the Aura of Protection, which is actually going to come in handy. Nice. Super duper need to get more Wits Generation. Is our only Wits Generation the... Because we don't have... We only have tools and the... Who's what? And the... Hop, which we have to line up on exactly the right turn, which is obviously a bit of a problem. Fortunately, our Drake friends are here to get the kill. All right. I think we need the mana. I think we can't justify taking the Witching Blast until we have more mana. Okay, so these guys, they're jerks. So the one nice thing here, and this is going to go in our favor in multiple ways, is that, first of all, our Doom is a buff, which means that it avoids purity. And second of all, I believe that should mean that if these guys flip into their other form, they'll keep Doom. So if we kill them with Arcane Detonations, their second form will still be doomed, which works out quite well for us. Okay. The question is, what am I not playing this turn? I need mana. I want to play this. I want to play this. I want to play this. There is another Calamity in the deck, though. And I think these three are good enough choices to play. Okay. So we're going to do this. You're going to tweak... This is a really tough choice. We need to upgrade all of these. I can't check what's in the deck. I think this turn... I think the mana is going to be more important most turns. If we draw 3, we can pitch. One of those, because I think... Oh, I didn't realize you had that up. That's very rude. Not used to these guys getting opportunist. So obviously our main concern is this guy freezing us. Although we don't love taking a bunch of damage either, but... Which now the back guy is opportunist. I think if we have to upgrade the mana... Okay, that helps. We can... Pop off your other another one of your Frost Rune stacks, which makes things a little bit better for us. And then this will finish off more Frost Rune stacks. Yeah. No more Frost Rune for you. And we can even take you to your next form. That is much worse for us. Fortunately, we do have, so we're gonna take a lot of damage here. But that purity stack is very important. And that means words. This front one is an opportunist. That's important to know. It means that playing this is very bad right now. I think we may just upgrade this. We can take this hit right now, kind of. Like, it's not great for us, but I think it's better than some of the alternatives. We're just going to pitch the Brilliant Idea because we can't do anything with it. We're going to upgrade the Entreat Calamity. That is not going to trigger an Arcane Detonation. But we can summon Drake Egg, which will kill you. We can keep detonating on you. So you're now in baby form. Like a baby. And we can get a little bit of that. And we get some shield from that, the other thing. Okay, so all in all, that could have been a lot worse. Although obviously it could have been a lot better. Let's keep working on finishing you off. Because you're just going to die to the Drakes. Goodbye. That one got doomed. Finally. The doom finally wore off. I definitely would call this, like, for an inner run, losing more than 5 recoverable health in a fight is a sign that the fight is going very, 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 very poorly. Like, I cannot overstate the extent to which this, I would not consider this in the same in the same, like, stadium as a successful run. Make no mistake, this is not a run that is going well. No matter how much, even when we win this is not a run that has gone well. Admittedly, we haven't found any Calamity Armors yet, and that's kind of one of our other key cards. The mana is kind of a problem. Let's get you set up so you don't start finally dying. You're going to die to the Drakes, so let's just blow you up a couple times. Take away a lot of your buffs. Get you very close to getting doomed. The trick is, unfortunately... Okay, cool. This is very important that it's going to die and the doom is going to hit this stage. Because obviously we do not want to waste doom on... Actually, this works out perfectly. Because the Drakes, we don't want to play this because we want the Drakes to kill it, force it to stage change, and then it will eat the doom in its final form. Oh, it doesn't take a turn at all because... whatever. Still get the kill. Drakes were instrumental to the victory. We're here to take doom. I think we need to upgrade the Aether Blast because I think that having that upgrade at the beginning is important. Because it needs to be able to generate mana for us. Still not cutting anything. Actually, I think at this point, now that we have the doom, we can get one of the Entreat Calamities. Alright. Let's see. We're dealing with this jerk. This is not Shadowbone Dragon, which is kind of good because applying Doom to Shadowbone Dragon is not great. Although, we're actually very good at tripping Shadowbone Dragon's Doom, which is good for us. As far as cards go, I think that's always good. We'll start here. And we will see how it goes. I'm going to pitch all of these. See what we can find instead. Okay. I think we do want Doom on you. And Curse on you. And you're now on fire too. You know, just all upsides. This is very annoying. We pitch the ectoplasm. So this, though, means that this will be a successful detonation. So we can get this out. Do we play this? I think so. And the evasion here comes in handy for our Drake. And the purity comes in handy for us. Alright. I think, again, the tactical significance, the reason this is tactically just the best possible option is obvious, and I don't need to explain it. So close. I'll Drakes get him next turn. Or we can get him next turn. We're going to cleanse off all of that Arcane Leak. Should have done this in a different order, but it's fine. Get Draked. Oh no, we exploded. Haha. Yeah, Drakes are very good at using up Shocked. Because they get, I suppose they get the same +8 damage that Angry Spirit Plus gets. It just feels better. Oh, I should have done this in the other order. Although, taking away your ranks, whatever, is nice. We just are going to win here off of Drakes again. But hey, we've killed... At least one boss has actually died to a Doom proc. That's something. Do we just take another Sanctuary just so we can tank harder? I don't know that we want another Aether Blast. I don't know that we don't want another Aether Blast. They're fine. They're kind of mana. That's not useful to us. That seems okay. Okay. It's time. Unfortunately, sometimes you have to deal with one of those civil wars. And it's a tragedy, but it happens, okay? Just have to be willing to accept it. Some Drakes are sadly misguided and must be shown the errors of their ways. And those misguided Drakes are kind of doomed, honestly, you know, if you really think about it. Some more literally than others. Upgrade this. Pop you. Pop you. Upgrade that before we play this. Pop. Okay. Doom is ticking down. It is not going to get a chance to tick all the way down, though. We are absolutely going to win from Arcane Detonations. Okay. I think we need the middle growth. I think we need the ability to scale up relatively quickly. And I would love a Mystic Ritual. I always love a Mystic Ritual. It's a pretty good card. Honestly, the Gathering Bolt's also not bad. It is reasonably on theme. We will upgrade Entreat Calamity. Go ahead and get that set up. Okay. I really didn't need to do all of that. I didn't realize. I forgot we had Tough Rune. So the nice thing is we can use this to take that one off, and then that will take off the whatever there. So we just take 5 boring vanilla damage, which is just such a nothing. Alright, we can make the most important upgrade. Oh, I should have done that first in case, yeah, that happened. And I realized it's a moment too late. Oh, you know, tragedies happen. What's left in the deck? I think we're just copying the Aether Blast. Because that'll let us, I think, get Doom out here. Boom. Doomed. Not a lethal Doom, unfortunately, but still a Doom. And now I must bid you adieu. Alright, so we cannot play any cards here. Or we'd explode. Some cards are worth exploding for. Boom. Yeah, the fact that like we got this Doom proc and just like it's not enough. All right. The problem with this one is it does require me to think ahead, which I am very bad at. I don't know why I bothered with that. Because you're just immediately dead. We would love to get, specifically if we could find a bandage, that'd be nice. No such luck? Oh, we tried. Bye. Okay, Mystic Ritual I like a lot. We're taking it. Is it good here? I don't know. We have that the Runic Focus at the card pool because I just wasn't thinking. Alright, let's see what we can find with this. I think we pitch that. Definitely upgrading this. Definitely getting mana. And it's also a pretty good upgrade. And we can start the Doom ticking. Keep upticking things. Keep growthing. We don't have any upgrades left in the deck, so we're just going to go ahead and play that so we can loop back around to it. Making good progress on the Doom proc, which is going to do pretty close to nothing. Because, yeah. Let's go ahead and get those out. Let's see. Are we going to be able to get to... Yes. Trying to figure out if we were going to be able to get to 0-4. That is the thing. So that draws us like so. We can play this. Get shield. We want to use the detonation to trip the Doom so that we can reapply Doom. And then because we got the Doom out, we aren't going to be in danger here. Because we got the Doom out, we are able to do more Doom with this, is what I mean. My words are... I'm good at words. I'm the best at words. I have several words. I keep them in my back pocket. You cannot have them. Let's upgrade this, because we know we are drawing into this. Okay, we can draw another card. So we obviously want to get our effects out before we do that. We aren't quite going to get that Doom off. All right, we are now up to full growth. It has the Doom icon. That's basically the same thing, right? We will go ahead and get enough shield. We are going to get shocked here, but we should be fine-ish. We may not be fine. We'll see how much damage comes out whenever damage comes out. Okay, that can go. I don't care about that. That can go. We're hoping to find tweak. None of that is tweak. We would also accept just a way to get wits. Oh, I need to get Doom out here. That needs to happen so that if any other additional arcane damage, so, like we got 2 Doom procs, and it's just like that was 100 of the 368 damage we've done were Doom procs, which is fine, I guess, but feels a bit underwhelming. And spells it twice, and yeah. Oh, whoops. We didn't quite get the kill off there. Also didn't quite get that detonation. This doesn't blow us up. I mean, it probably would have been worth it even if it did, but it didn't. Alright, so that's going to pop Doom again, which is, again, still not quite lethal. The director's claim another victim. Yeah, I think the problem is, like, I'm expecting more out of Doom than it delivers, than it's supposed to deliver. Doom is not supposed to be just an instant win factory, and that's kind of what I am expecting out of it, which isn't fair, I realize. I should have upgraded the other Aether Blast. Do I want to just cut the other Aether Blast? I might. No, I don't love it. You can go. Okay. More of this brother-on-brother warfare. It's gotta stop. Simply not acceptable. Really, we should have upgraded the Doom. We would love to be rolling more bandages. We've gotten kind of unlucky on that. I do like upgrading that. Gives us so much additional growth. That plate doesn't do a ton for us this turn. One nice thing here is that we do have this Aura of Protection. Another nice thing is that our Drakes can evade that AoE attack. Alright. That takes away one of the plated, which is nice. And that takes away another plated and the last rank of tough. I think we want to make you... No, we just want to take away evasion from one of the back ones later. We do want to put whatever on you. So this one is not quite going to die, largely because I played Sanctuary, but it's very close. Alright. We are going to tweak this. We're going to draw cards. We are not upgrading this. That problem is gone. And we're going to save that for later. We're only actually taking... I mean, we're taking some more damage than I would like, which is to say any, but all of this is like, again, we don't have quite as much tool generation as we would like. We haven't gotten lucky on finding bandages. and we don't have any just like random incidental healing, and that all adds up to be a little bit of a nuisance. Because if you can get even just a little bit of incidental healing, it can go a long way towards preventing you from getting nickeled and dimed to death over the course of a bunch of turns. I also need to be better about using the spyglass. There have been points where I could have gotten more value out of it, and I just haven't played it because I keep forgetting I have it. Undoubtedly, some combination of these items could have saved me some decent amount of damage so far this fight. Let's see what the hobble gives me first. Okay, that's a ton of mana, but we don't really need it. That's very important, obviously. Again, I do not need to explain why. I was going to dispel away the... I was going to use this on this one to get rid of things, but that works. Let's see. Lots of shield. Lots of growth. And now... It's nice evasion you got there. It is not going to help you. Oh. Or it won't help you enough, more accurately. You are going to burn. No, you're just going to get critted. This trick's angry. I think we take another shield. And we could use more defense. I would like more sturdy generation, I think. Am I pitching things from hand, and if so, what? Those three. Because we can definitely use several of the things here. We can definitely get to 0 is the point. So then... Oh, we didn't have to upgrade that yet, because it doesn't do anything useful for us until after... other things, but we are going to get Doom out, and then I think we just start setting up Econ, because this is going to be a relatively long fight probably, because most of the fights are. This is still annoyingly hampered by things. I'm very eloquent still. Things and also stuff are barriers to our success. Okay, so the vulnerable meant that we were able to get mana out of that, which is obviously very important. I think, again, I do not need to upgrade why that's important. Hey, it came back around. Which is actually legitimately useful for just like letting us draw cards. I mean, I say that as though it isn't legitimately useful to just always play those in every scenario. That's unfortunate. You get 8 shield back, but that's really not enough. We are going to have a bad day this turn. And it's my fault. Yeah, I should have gotten some more defense up, and I didn't, and now we take some damage. Not too much, but more than 0, and again, sign that an in deck is going very, very poorly when you take any damage. Alright, Doom proc is about to go out. Unfortunately, it is after this guy throws out all of his buffs. Which is particularly annoying on that back one. Yeah, this guy's not friendly. Fortunately, we now have the ability to hit it. Unfortunately, we are currently arcane linked. Which we would like to have a way out of, but we are just going to have to explode. Okay. We really want to pop off some of those stacks. There we go. It helps a little bit. We are still going to explode again, but we got some shield. If we're going to explode anyway, may as well get that out. Okay. It could have been worse. We aren't actually taking any additional damage here beyond that detonation we took during our turn. Yeah, I'm not playing this run particularly well. I am largely being carried by the crush that is Inna is incredible. But you know, Inna is incredible. So what are you gonna do? Oh, we don't have enough. Oh, burn, burn. We are not getting to Doom. But it's fine. We are getting the kill. And we will take Calamity Armor. That is a very, very quick Doom clock. Although, the fact that it has shield is obviously a bit of a detriment. Boom. But hey, that was a very quick Doom detonation. These guys are jerks. Let's upgrade that. Cleanse off the whatever. See, we've got lots of things we want to upgrade, like that. No, whoops, I should have played that in a different order. It's fine. We need to find the Calamity Armor again. Rude. I do appreciate that when they aren't getting arcane detonated, the Drakes do get to survive just the first. The first one is, again, as they would say, free. We can deal with some of those plated ranks. We can get more growth out and then apply Doom over there again. Oh no, that was an arcane detonation. Oh, and then because it got rid of it, it immediately tripped it again, which is neat. Let's see. You're now doomed. This is not quite lethal on you, which is unfortunate. Let's upgrade the Doom. Just dispel you. Get more shields. And haha! Your AoE attack will avail you not. Although this one will if we don't do something. Let's see if we can do something. We probably cannot do something. But we have to try. We can do something! Draw more cards. Trying to figure out the best way to sequence this. Get as much growth as we can. For value. Pop you out of existence. This unfortunately doesn't have a condition. The downside to it being like the lowest Doom stack is that it doesn't have a condition by which the Doom can be removed. We do need a lot of detonations over here. That's not enough. No, because we know the next form is going to set up. Shield. Okay, so you are going to flip. Fortunately, this is very good for Doom, because we get to just immediately take away 2 of those plated and powerful stacks, which is obviously, you know, an improvement. And we have a purity stack, so we're not even going to get hit by the overcharge. So we're going to get to be not shocked except for that. We may actually end up being shocked. Let's upgrade that. We do want to get rid of Doom here. This Calamity Armor is much, much worse if we don't have a way to get rid of that Doom. Like that. Yeah, the problem with the Calamity Armor is it just doesn't kind of play nice with the other Doom stacks in some ways. I don't think we want to do that, apply more Doom. Sure, we'll just take all the growth, whether it's useful or not. And then we're just going to let our associates, let's say, handle the problem. You. Goodbye. This... Can we afford it? I don't know, but we're going to find out. Sure. Okay, we should probably rest going into this fight. Resting before we get to the area, before getting to Area 3 Xana. Again, a sign that the urine run is just absolute garbage toilets. Just kind of trashy. By kind of trashy, I mean very trashy. But hey, we're not taking any damage here. We got a detonation out, so that's all good. And we have a friend. We have two friends. There's an AoE attack coming out pretty soon there, unfortunately. Oh, but they don't have to care. I need to get that played, and I didn't. That was a mistake. Hey, temporary powerful. Yeah, because this AoE attack, they are going to evade. Like the champions they are. Pop. Get mana back. Pop. Let's tweak the heavy stand. Because I want to get all of that delicious whatever out. I don't think we want to draw again because there are a lot of cards that I want to be able to play if I draw them. Alright. Can't touch my guys. They are a superior form. This is actually a pretty good time to do that. Until I find pitching all those. Into the garbage with you. Arcane detonation. And Doom is back. Yeah, the Calamity Armor is kind of awkward with the rest of the Doom deck. If we keep doing things like that. That's what I think. 2 Doom detonations. Go ahead and do this. Takes away the plated, which is nice. Again, we cannot play the Calamity Armor. It is very bad. We don't need to play that, so we're not going to. We still would love a bandage. To get all of our health back. Well, I suppose we aren't generating that many extra tools is a lot of the problem. Because this is actually going to be a detonation. Because I was thinking... okay, so that Doom actually procced this, and then we got Doom up again. Same deal. We can play that safely. We're going to get enough shield to block it, and then we get a bunch of those. We have a pretty good number in our deck. We do not want to get shocked on this specific turn, for obvious reasons. We would like to get rid of at least some of the plated if we can before we play these out, and that will help with that. Goodbye plated. And goodbye shock barrier. And hello burn ticks. I know who I'm giving credit for this win. It's our brave boys in red. Taste it, inferior dragon. Mystical Bloom's great. That's very good, although it does tilt the balance further towards fights ending because of whatever. I think we're going to take Entreat Calamity Plus so that we can just, because again, like if we have to play it, we want it to set up the lowest amount of dude possible. And then I think we are moving on. Okay, we are fighting Maw. I think we need, I would take another cleanse card, so I think we're going to go through here. And we could do them on ourselves, although we don't really have the package to support that. All right, let's upgrade the Meditate. And we get 4 mana. We get Doom on you. And we're just going to go and do that. We can uptick the volume. No, it sounds probably fine. I think we could uptick the volume because it's pretty quiet, but I think I'm fine with leaving it as is. Okay, so this is going to do very good work. We are unfortunately going to take damage here. I don't know why the audio is so quiet. I feel like it is, I'm not sure if it's varying or what, but I don't think I've messed with my headphones at all. Let's just check. No, yeah, anyway, not important. Draw some cards. Get some mana. Unfortunately, we didn't get a Doom proc out of that, which obviously would have been kind of nice. Doom on you. Detonation on you. End turn. So the front one is now doomed. Go and upgrade that. Front ones I also want to upgrade this. Actually, that works out. So we upgrade that like so. And then we'll play this because this one is dying to the Doom. We weren't getting the Arcane Detonation. The front one is dying to the Doom anyway. Yeah, Doom is fine. I guess. Like, it's not the worst thing I've ever done with an Inna deck. But, you know, that's probably not a particularly ringing endorsement. I don't think we want another Calamity Armor. The one we have has been kind of awkward. Yeah, last resort we may be able to get use out of. So if we use this... Oh, wait, we already drew a card, didn't we? We totally already drew a card. That's unfortunate. And this guy's going to die for our mistakes. This was preventable. But this guy's now out of evasion shields and is just going to get got. And also we're going to have to deal with opportunities on both of them this turn as well, which is unfortunate. And on this one again next turn. Which I would say is incredibly rude. Weirdly enough, I'm just going to do this because I just really want to get it. Oh, I should have done that first. This is obviously kind of the worst case scenario as far as things go. We can play that, which is at least going to get us the growth. Alright, see what we get out of that. Alright. Please some shields. None of that is shields. Pop. Okay. We do get shield there. Okay, we didn't get vulnerable, which means we're going to block this one too. Which is nice. Let's see, mana please. Alright, we cannot afford the last resort actually, it turns out. At least not early in a fight. I should have just played the Calamity Armor, probably. Fortunately, they have spent the last couple turns not popping. This one's now going to do it, but I appreciate the couple turns of reprieve. Reprieve, whatever the term. However you pronunciate words. I don't pronunciate words, generally speaking. You're now doomed. You're now doomed. I don't think we even want to upgrade this. And I think we just want to get as much shield out as we can, which unfortunately is not much. Yeah, we need more shield gen. The biggest sign that we don't have enough mana cards is that we keep not being able to trip mana shield. I mean, also that we keep not having enough mana. And I really should have cleansed off so we could get the full heal there. That one's on me. We really want to avoid drawing too many cards here. Hey, you're doomed. Doom picking up a kill. Unfortunately, there go the Drakes again. Goodbye. And that's worth a lot of healing for this guy too. Very rude. Okay. This is still bad. We may actually cut the Calamity Armor. Probably also going to cut the Last Resort. It has been abysmal so far in this deck. Oh. I should have copied that, because if I had, could have gotten out another Doom proc. Okay, I need to copy that. That should just be lethal. Yeah. Got him. I'm terrible at playing this game a lot of the time. We may just need the Precarious drop. We need both of these, really. Take the Precarious drop. Sure. Evade chance. Why not? It cannot hurt. These guys, we cannot see what they're doing, but I can tell you they are every turn attacking us. That's what they do. Every turn. Always. That's just how this fight works. Tell you what they're not doing, though. They are not using Opportunist. Because that is not how that fight works. Okay. Doom you. Doom you. And then I think we're just going to detonate you. Because we want to get towards detonations on that. We're going to take damage, but not too much. We can take like, okay, because do we have -1? We must have -1 damage taken from attacks on something. No, we don't. Okay, that thing just hits so little that, okay, everyone gains hidden. Cool, cool. That means we are, I think, hidden for the entire rest of the fight. Because I believe we have no ways to leave hidden. Unless I am misremembering, which, full disclosure, always a possibility. Very close to that Doom going off, but not quite. And close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and this, I think, isn't either of those. Alright. You guys can just chill for a turn. Cool. Cool. And by chill, I mean burn. Okay. We get an extra turn. They get evasion. You know what evasion doesn't help you against? That's right. What we're doing. We're just going to play this. Go ahead and get more arcane weakness on you. Pops the doom. That is not enough for us. But we could get another frost, potentially. Like so. Or we could get more drakes. Which, you know, we all know which one was going to happen. Oh, okay. You are almost going to kill all our friends when you die. Almost. Almost is, unfortunately, for you, a word that is similar in many words to close. And that it doesn't count. Getting close to killing the drakes means you did not kill them. And that means they're still angry. More sanctuaries are fine. Let's doom you. Set up doom on you. Not the best turn one, but not the worst. We need to get doom out on people, which is important. And we play the most important card in the deck. We're just going to do that. Even if we're not getting that many cards out, I do really like getting a bunch of sudden growth. And we can at least pop off one of your whatever stacks, which is something. We can pop your doom. So we can put Calamity Armor on the back one if we would like. Which is a good option to have, I would say. I think we draw cards first. Okay, I think we are upgrading the mana cards. Okay, let's cleanse off the weak. Let's do this to cleanse off other things, and then we're going to freeze ourselves for value. That poison is enough to kill our friend. That's unfortunate, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I promise. Totally fine. I mean, not for this guy. He's dead. You will be missed. Sorry. Yeah, we just have to sanctuary here. I put too much. I want to get rid of the cards that were stacking up, but okay, we only take one there. That's not too bad. Go and get another Doom proc here. Hey, it looks like we are about to get to use Last Resort. Take away your powerful stacks, which works out very nicely for us. We would like, though, to not take all this poison damage, but we do not get a choice in that. Yeah, this is not a great balance of shield cards to non-shield cards. I keep playing like the card draw, hoping that I'm going to draw into things, and I keep not drawing into things, and then being surprised Pikachu face. Unfortunately, this is where this guy is also going to die. Because he's going to get, because this is that attack where the AoE poison comes out. Alright. Step 1, set Doom up on you. I guess step 2 is set Doom up on you. Oh, whoops. I sequenced that wrong. Just so much poison. And I do not have enough card draw. I think that's probably the biggest issue, honestly, is the lack of card draw. Because, like, we have all the tools we need, we just can't get to them. I mean, admittedly, as far as I'm concerned, everything is always a dance between card draw and damage. I need to get you dead, so you will stop doing annoying things. Copy that. Pop you. Now, this has been a miserable inner run in so many ways. I am just doing... I'm running this run terribly, and I apologize. But I never said I was good at the game. In fact, the record will show, I often said the opposite. It's also possible that having the 2 precarious draws did not help us in that last fight. If I summon you out, you're just going to get cursed. It's for your own good. Because this first curse is AoE. So we would rather not summon out a friend just to die. I will do what is necessary, but in that case it wasn't necessary. So the real question is, has the Doom felt like it is making we've put a lot of effort into running all these Doom cards. Do we think we've gotten enough value out of them to justify them as a part of our list? And I think the answer is no. Like, Calamity Armor in particular, it's like we got 30 damage out. Yay! But, and like that's fine, I guess. Just kind of uninspiring. Actual Doom seems okay. Like the actual card called Doom seems fine. I may just take events just to end the run faster instead of going through, because we may have enough cleanse to at least stumble through. We do have 2 sanctuaries. We've got a cleansing shield. We may be able to make it through without needing to go through the protector, and then we just get to skip a bunch of fights, potentially. The problem is, like, you know how it is. If CPU shows up, I can't just not fight CPU. So we ended up without any more Doom cards yet. It's just all over here. Suppose we only have 30 ways to actually add Doom. Oh, hey, we are doomed now. Because we got Doom from these guys. I think Doom is going to actually hit us, which is unfortunate. I don't think we have enough growth gain. See if we can find... Calamity Armor will work. I was going to say, see if we could find a way to apply Doom to you. Or, yeah, so we can get detonations off. Get that out of hand. That's just getting out of hand. Alright. Lots of growth. It's really, in some ways, I think you'd say growth industry. I mean, you shouldn't, but you could say it. But you shouldn't say it. But you could. I think it does actually benefit us to copy this, because we can go... Oh no, because you're just going to immediately... Never mind. I didn't realize that one was that close to death. I think we're going all this mana for next turn. That'll give us the best chance of getting a shield to dodge this doom. So we want the cleanse. What else is left in the list? Nothing super relevant here. We probably end up duplicating one of these, duplicating the sanctuary probably. Yeah, we're going to do this, which is going to clean off all of that, and it's going to mean that we can tank the doom. And we got our own doom proc off. I said that's like 30 more damage. I guess that's fine. We are getting 15 every time we arcane detonation though, so feels like it's probably the bigger part of it. These guys though, obviously MVPs. This is, I think, better than the 5% evade chance. This, yeah, we can't take that. Sanctity means that I think we are definitely in the clear as far as that goes. I think we are cutting the last resort. We've been able to play it a couple times, but I think it's just a bit too awkward. And I think for upgrades, I think we need heavy stand plus because that just gets us the extra sturdy that much faster. I think we need the sturdy setup. I suppose that the reason we go through here also is that gets us a shot at Oblivion Blast. This fight, maybe we should have rested going in. This is one of those fights that has a chance to be just brutal in terms of damage taken. Alright, let's update the focus, because I think that's what we're going to need. Pitch that, because we're not going to need it this turn. Get a bunch of shield, get more shield. We are going to successfully block all of this. And get a Doom proc. Okay, we need to play this. We kind of also need to pitch the hand and see if we can do more things. I guess like that. And I think we don't actually play this because we want to get the 8 shield out. There is a rainstorm going on that I can hear. It is outside of the building. It would be bad if the rainstorm was inside of the building. Okay. We get perfectly enough shield. Oh no, we don't because we have the poison damage. It's fine. Okay. Do we need to copy this? No, not yet. Okay, we have plenty of... We had plenty of adept, but not enough mana boost. Or not enough adept. If plenty of mana boost, not enough adept, that's the words. Alright, there's one Doom proc. They just are not really getting the job done. Get a little bit more shield. We're taking a lot of damage this turn. Because this is just a big damage turn. And the weak wore off. I think we need to get more weak out. I think we want that weak to hold for as long as possible. Pop and pop. And set you up with your own stack of doom. Shock you a bunch. Which means more shock damage, more doom damage. Probably should have just played that first. More of these guys. Alright. Took us, unfortunately, all of our drakes to get that kill, but now we can move on to the back one. See what we get out of this. Okay. Pop and pop, which gets the Doom proc. Redoom. All of the growth we can get. Another Doom. It's just so much work to get so little gain. And it's not that little gain. Like I don't know, I just feel like I would be running this deck differently if I wasn't trying to get the Doom out. Although, like, we've only dedicated like 3 card picks. I keep blaming the Doom, but it's not like we have a full deck of nothing but Doom cards. It's just that I run out of things to say after we're an hour and a half into a video. Jesus. This was, I had hoped that the Doom was going to make this a shorter run, and that was a mistake. I am a fool. God, we got so much damage out of that. Whatchamacallit? I think we want the Hungering Focus. We want the ability to heal off. We'll go here. Should have rested in case that was CPU. Go ahead and rest here because we don't want to die this close to the finish line. Okay. Let's see if we can get through this together. Just you and me and my inexhaustible supply of adorable dragons who are an absolute tactical necessity. They've honestly done a lot of work for us over the course of this run. Like, I've been joking about things, but they have legitimately put in the time and the effort. Yeah, I do think this is a real concern with the Doom deck, where it's like we have 3 cards to play Doom, we just didn't draw them early, and now, you know, it's going to be even more turns till the Doom can get set up. Or just even longer before we get that payoff. And so it's like, is this a worthwhile way to be getting our damage set up? And I think the answer is probably no. That is still what I keep coming down on. Is that I do not think I can justify this as being a worthwhile way to do things. Or a worthwhile way to doom things, if you will. You should not. We are going to take... so this is the annoying thing, is that we're going to take all of these curse procs right before this guy does a big multi-attack that is based on how cursed we are. And there's nothing we can do about that, really, right now. We're just going to have to eat it. And that's going to suck. But, like I said, not a ton we can do. We're just going to eat a lot of damage here. Because, yeah, it was 4x2. Because of 7x2, it's going to end up being 10x2. So we're going to take 12 extra damage. I mean, like I said, we were already in a bad way. We were already taking a lot of damage, so I can't fully blame that. But I'm not going to let that stop me. Fortunately, we can cleanse off a lot of that at the cost of giving out a bunch of shields. Yeah, this is kind of where it comes down to, like, Sanctuary is very important, but it also does slow down these fights even more. But, like, look at all this curse. What am I supposed to do? Not run the card that is going to cleanse me twice? I don't think so. That doesn't seem like it makes sense to me. Alright, Doom is back on you. Cleanse is back on you. getting help from the Drake friend. Yeah, I think we're just gonna get some health set up. I should have discarded this because it doesn't do anything for us this turn. Alright. Bonk. Like, this guy is slowly cursing itself to death. It's just a very slow death. Make you vulnerable. I think you're probably going to hit you with big hits here. Let's draw a lot of cards. Upgrading that makes a lot of sense to me, I think. Okay. Pop and pop and pop. Does some damage. And then we get even more cursed. Which, again, the way that this timing lines up is undoubtedly kind of deliberate, but also very annoying. Because, yeah, I'm just kind of not a huge fan of any time the damage prediction lies. Which happens kind of a lot in the game. And I get why, but I can still be annoyed. Okay, let's see about finishing you off. Goodbye. One down, one to go. This dork can start summoning now, which is annoying, but you die to the drakes now. Just so much curse. That's not a detonation. Is that going to leave enough extra for detonation? Yes. Thank you. Alright, so this means that you aren't going to die, but it means that we don't. It means that we get to cleanse off a bunch of that whatever, so it's going to happen. Hey, you killed yourself. Thank you. We will eventually get there. This summon is annoying. Brilliant idea. Yeah, I needed to bring in extra ways to get that off. That's on me. If we summon this Drake, it just gets swallowed, but it is technically valued to do this. And the reason why is because that means that we just get three more burn, which is going to matter if we get... Well, that was interesting. I don't know if that's a bug or not. Give me a moment. Okay. So, one day will probably reply to me about that eventually. But possibly not before this video is over. Doom is back on the menu. Pop and pop. Pop and pop. Which gets us another Doom proc, which is going to be lethal. Goodbye. Morbid End doesn't really fit the strategy. Hex is pretty good. That's pretty good. That's probably better than that. Upgrade on... I like Mystical Bloom Plus. I think it's probably just Mystical Bloom Plus, because I really like that a lot. Actually, I'm curious what this upgrade is. Okay, good. That one now only goes to 6. It used to go to 7 for that self-detonate, and that doesn't make any sense to me. Because, like, it is already a meaningful downside that you're exploding. Please don't be CPU. It's not CPU. And we didn't have to do that fight. That's great. And we can rest, and then one more fight, and we are free. More arcane detonation damage is probably more valuable than that. Starting Wits is actually possibly valuable, but I don't think it's better than what we've got. Even if I keep not finding good spots to use the Spyglass. Like, the Spyglass is still good. Just need to actually figure out what I'm going to use it on. That's very good. That is probably better than this, because we only lose 1 status per proc. Okay. None of that. None of that. All of the drakes are going to die. They're all going to get cursed to death. It's going to be a major tragedy. And we're just going to let it happen. Because we're monsters. I'm sorry. I really want to get this blade. We are going to pitch all of that to try and get enough mana to get that blade. Actually, it's very nice. I like getting this out. Okay. Yeah, also this AoE attack is an X5, which, yeah. Well, you tried, little buddy. I'm sequencing things wrong. I'm very good at sequencing things wrong. That's a very unfortunate. And okay, so there was mana. We just drew literally everything except the mana. Which, not really what we were looking to do, but it's what we did. I don't even know why I'm playing out things sometimes. Okay. All of these Shadow Slashes are very annoying. We can play them out, obviously. It's just kind of bad for us to do so. Are we playing that out? We're probably going to actually Spyglass the Sanctuary at the end of the turn. But I want to get all of these out, which has the benefit of just getting them all out of the deck. And hey, bonus value, we're going to end at exactly 24 growth because this one sees the other one getting played. Which means 6 mana turn for the rest of the fight, even when we don't have mana boost. 8 if we have mana boost. Also just a lot of arcane out of the Mystic Blooms. Let's upgrade this. Just get these out. I just do not want to have to deal with them. And because we do have these sanctuaries, which will help us. Applying weak seems kind of pointless at this point, so we'll just get a Doom proc out. So that's 50 damage from Doom procs. No! Not the Drake. Not the Drake. Okay, I would like to get Wits if I can, but I don't think I can. We can at least cleanse off that weak. And we can dispel things off. I should have done this in this order, although I guess it wouldn't have mattered. I was thinking we may have been able to get... okay, so this is 100 Doom damage. Just trying to keep track of how much of our 1200 damage we have to output we're going to end up getting from Doom. I mean, having to copy that, which... not really what I want to copy, but... let's just play out these again and just get them out of the deck. We can't play all of this, though, so I think we're just going to do that, I guess. We can explode. Do we care if we explode? I think not. And there's always value in exploding because it just gets us closer to, or it means that the next explosion is that much further away. I should have copied the focus. Wasn't thinking. I also should have copied this a lot sooner, but I didn't. Doom comes out. And then we can detonate off. That will actually hit the Doom and 2 of the powerful stacks, which is very useful to us. Oh, right, and we have the... I keep forgetting we have the Tormenting Gloves. Makes that free. Cleanse ourselves. So now we, I think, have the attack that's... we sooner or later get the attack that's based on how much Doom we have. Definitely going to upgrade that. I actually kind of just want to upgrade the whole hand. I think everything in hand is pretty okay. We're very likely to draw mana, by which I mean we are guaranteed to draw something that resembles mana. Pop. Have we gotten 3 Doom procs out yet? Are we at 150 Doom damage? We're about to go to 200 Doom damage. We're about to get, more Doom damage. There we go. So it's like, a sixth of the total damage we have to do. That's better than nothing, I guess. We can play this because we've got the Hungering Focus. It's based on how much Doom we have, or how much Curse we have, which means that we don't really want to play these this turn. Oop. Let's keep upgrading things. Screw it. More of these. Which does draw us cards, so that's something. This will get us back value. Okay, so that's like 200 Doom damage, I think. It's gonna be like 250 damage. Yeah, so that's fine. Although, again, like, that is the centerpiece of our deck, and it is okay as things go, but underwhelming for something that is supposed to be what the whole deck is showing off, Oh, I messed that up. But what else is new? I'm not here to play properly. You know that. If any of you were here to watch me play properly, you would have left long, long ago. Okay, and we're gonna get another direct kill. No, the Drakes deserve it for their fallen brothers. Vengeance! Okay. Many Drakes died to bring you this victory. That's the run. I don't know. It was fine, I guess. I wasn't impressed by the Doom. I was impressed by my buddies. I think overall the Doom cards are not doing enough to justify themselves. And I think they need too much support for too little payoff. Because yeah, we got like 200, 250 damage against Maw out of however much damage total we did there, which, including all the Sanctuaries we played, was probably like 1,400 damage. Somewhere between 1,300 and 1,400 damage once you include all the Sanctuaries. So it was less than a fifth of our total, like a sixth of our total damage against Maw was from Doom, which, that's not much of a payoff. Like, what if we just had Singularity instead? What if we had Mind Blast? What if instead of Clam Down we had Mind Blast? And then we're getting at the end. I have this screenshot here that I can hopefully look at. I can't really see it, but I think we had like 100 max. So it's like 70 damage out of Mind Blast for 3 mana, which is more than we were getting out of the Dooms. That's only 1 card. But, yeah, I don't know. I just don't think I'm a fan. Anyway, that's it for this time. See you guys next time. Till then, doodles.